What is going on, everybody? This is Matt Marinoff, Real Estate Recovery Group. Proud uncle moment right now. I've got my nephew on today, Harold Sofield. Sofield Manufacturing used to be the company. The company was actually founded in 1992 by his dad, Harold Sr., or they call him Big Harold, which is actually odd because you're taller than your dad, but that's okay. It's a totally different story.
At least 5 inches.
At least 5. Well, that's what she said. And then, obviously, you went off to college. You had, different jobs. You still have a job, but now you're holding two jobs down. You've got the family business, and obviously, you also have, a different job, which we don't have to discuss unless you want to, because I know you're probably in the witness protection program. But as far as like the services and everything, and being in the service industry, it's not foreign to you.
No.
And I love the fact that, you're willing to come on here and talk about this amazing product. And you guys didn't invent the product, but what happened was, I guess your mom and your sister, and I'm going to give them a shout out, Solina Foley and Caitlin Madison Foley, your sister, asked you and Anthony and Alexis if you guys would produce this product based on the fact that you guys are in the manufacturing business. So what I'd like to do, if it's okay, we're going to change gears a little bit. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about the story on how, maybe your dad got into manufacturing, how you guys got into manufacturing. And then at the end of all this, we could talk about the fact of why you're so single. And people can follow you on Instagram if they think you're hot and they want to give you a try. So, Harold, tell everybody a little bit about the story and how Sofield Manufacturing became Peninsula Engineering and Manufacturing.
Yep. So, so a bit of background. My dad started Sofield Manufacturing back in the early 90s. His trade is tool and die. So his whole career, he's made precision metal stampings for various different industries, done some government work, pieces that go into computers, some smart weapon stuff actually. So we had that business for a while, ended up selling it, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, to one of his biggest customers, and then started working for that customer. And then things started shifting where, we kind of started seeing the writing on the wall that some of the family might be moving down to Florida. So my brother Anthony ended up moving down to Florida about 2 years ago, and he's worked with my dad pretty much since he was a teenager. I went to school for finance, started working at Sofield Manufacturing a little bit, but realized that maybe it might be better for my dad and my brother Anthony to kind of stick to that whole thing. A little bit of conflicting personalities to keep it at a minimum. But they're two brains with engineering and programming. Anthony is a complete whiz with just all the Bobcat and AutoCAD and how to translate it to these machines that they work with. So that's a bit of the background. Again, I'm helping these guys out on the weekends here and there, helping them develop some of the material for the product. And again, my background is largely in finance. And I currently work and do budget management for a healthcare company.
The new company, correct?
Yeah. Yep. So Peninsula Engineering and Manufacturing is the new company. And my brother Anthony largely oversees all the operations for the new division, which is basically more plastic and woodworking. So they make a lot of parts for the boating industry. Their main product is considered, it's called Starboard. And the material, it's an upgraded material from the producer of that material. And they have this antimicrobial surface with this material. And that kind of started generating the idea of our mother and my sister, kind of started talking to us about this key that they're seeing online. And then they presented it to us. Anthony kind of started doing the programming side of it, and that was it. basically after the design, we figured we could produce it quickly and efficiently. So we decided to kind of like just run with it, really.
Is there any type of proprietary rights to this type of stuff? Like as far as anything that would stop you guys from manufacturing it?
No, it's a good question. I mean, from what I'm seeing, there are a lot of these online, especially if you went into Amazon, you see a lot of them. I haven't come across any issues regarding that. I think one of the things that sets us apart is the fact that we're creating it in-house 100%. A lot of the ones I've seen, they have lead times going out till later part of June. We're trying, we can get these out within a day or two. So I feel like that's kind of one benefit for using us.
So let's talk about the fact that it's actually made, produced, manufactured, the whole nine in the United States. That's huge, obviously. And the fact that you guys are in Largo, Florida.
Yep, the Peninsula Engineering Manufacturing located in Largo, Florida. And the fact that it's made in the U.S., I feel like there's multiple benefits from that. One being, given the fact of everything going on, there's been a lot of jobs lost, obviously.
Right.
We're trying to keep all of our workers in house without having to furlough anybody, lay anybody off, and so we're like, hey, let's just try to think of new avenues to maybe produce new work, keep our workers happy, keep them busy. So we thought it was kind of like it was just a good situation to keep something going within the business, try a new product. We're always looking at, or they're always looking at new ideas for different things to create. So that's definitely was a big focus for us, labeling it, making sure it's 100% made in the USA.
So, when you first told me about the product, obviously, I had asked you if you'd want to come on and talk about it. And me, obviously being in, the marketing world with my company, and I took my company nationwide 5 years ago. My first question was, is custom branding available to offer to people? So, and it says here in the sheet, the information that you gave me, custom branding is available.
Yep. So that thank you for pointing that out. That's definitely another big piece for us. We feel like I haven't come across anything yet where I've seen people using this key as a promotional item. So Anthony developed a way and figured out a way to program and kind of enhance the key from the initial prototype to make sure we can include a company name, a phone number, a website. I think it could be very beneficial, especially in the real estate world. You're always kind of handing out different material, and why not hand out something like this with your company name on it? Just help generate different chatter. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You give us the name, number, Anthony programs it, and it's basically drilled right into the surface of the key. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of how it works, like the outer part of the key is white and there's a core of the key that's black. So if we drill through the white part on top of the key, we'll expose the inner part, the black, and that'll essentially create the letters like we did.
Similar to the one that I had posted when I had posted the information about the company. As far as put the hashtag RRG on it, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.